Hey there, friends and enemies. JoPaWrites here once again, and today I'm bringing you another video on Destiny 2. This one's a little bit of a downer, but I want to talk about my thoughts on Bungie moving the release date of Beyond Light to November 10th and what it means for this season, what it means for next season, and why I think this is probably the right move, even though a lot of people are not going to be thrilled about it. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. If you enjoy the video, you want to see more like it, I would very much appreciate that. But yeah, I'm going to jump in and just say that to me, I am not shocked by this. I'm actually surprised that this wasn't announced or talked about earlier. With everything going on, the pandemic in the world, and everybody working from home, I am surprised we haven't seen more delays from other games. I know we saw Cyberpunk get delayed and some other ones, but I am shocked that we haven't seen it from more. Now, studios located in other countries may not be having as big of an issue, but here in the States, I know a lot of people are still working from home. So that's the foundation. That's a big reason of the why. The other thing I would say is that this was speculated to be the time when Destiny 3 was going to be released according to the original Activision roadmap. So this DLC is probably going to be a hefty one. Now we're talking Forsaken level, we're talking Taken King. So what does that mean? Possibly new enemies, whether it's a different type of Fallen with the main enemy Erasmus that we're going to be fighting, whether that could be any number of things, altered enemies like we've seen in the past with Taken or Siva or the Scorn. So I think we'll see something like that in the future. I've seen suggestions from like Paul Tassi and Forbes suggest that it was Exo Taken, which could be kind of wild and would be very interesting. Robotic Taken would be, or I'm sorry, Exo Fallen, which would be very interesting. Robotic Fallen, they already worship robots, would be awesome to see. We've got a raid coming. We've got a second raid, big raid, Vault of Glass returning next year. Just with everything going on, again, I'm not surprised that this has been delayed. Now, it does kind of step on the toes of some other games that are also releasing now in November. We've got Cyberpunk, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the like. But the other reason that I think this is important and this probably happened is two things. And these are, I'm not sure if Bungie's going to talk about these as much, but I think they do play a big factor, right? We're talking the cheater issue and the error issue that we're having on PC, which a lot of people are having major issues with. Destiny and Bungie cannot release this new update, this pinnacle DLC, and have those kind of issues still running rampant. This is a time for a almost reset of the fan base, bring everyone back, get everyone excited. They need to limit the cheaters, they need to limit the error codes as much as possible. If they don't do that, there's every chance that this new DLC is going to get derailed. Is that one of the major reasons? I don't know. But does it play a factor? It absolutely should. And if they delayed it to help those factors, they definitely need to. It's something they haven't talked about. Like again, the anti-cheat they haven't really addressed too much lately. As someone who plays on console, it's not as big of a deal. But when I look at all the issues that PC players have been having, it's something that needs to be fixed as soon as possible. Same thing with the error codes. I know people that get error coded out 4 or 5 times in a day, and that's just got to be extremely frustrating, especially when you're in the middle or towards the end of a Crucible match or in a raid or doing something flawless. Even it's something that needs to be fixed if at all possible. Again, everyone's working from home, so I think cutting Bungie some slack at this point is absolutely the right call. That being said, I hope this delay, the time period that they have, is going to allow them to fix some of those issues that they may have not have had time to if they rush this release out in September. The other thing that I think we're going to see, which also makes something of a big deal and is something that I hope happens quick, is we're seeing crossplay happen between PS4 and PS5, Xbox One, and the new Xbox as well. So with that happening, that again takes a lot of extra work. These are new systems that they're putting into place that is going to take a time to gel. And for me, that's another reason why they're probably pushing this back to make sure that it's seamless, especially because now with the release in November, you're looking at it launching right about the same time as the PS5 and the new Xbox. So there's every likelihood that immediately we're going to have people transferring over to the PS5. You're going to have cross progression and cross play. You're going to have whatever you purchase available on PS4 also available on PS5. So the timing works out really well with that, and that's pretty clutch, I think, for people who are going to be switching. I know me personally, I'm looking to get the PS5 as soon as possible. If that's the case, then yeah, we're going to definitely need to have all those systems be a go right away. So that way the player bases aren't incredibly small. And then again, hopefully this also leads into them doing full crossplay with Xbox, PlayStation, and then PC with opt in, opt out. And if that's the case, then again, the time needed for them to get it right is absolutely necessary. And delaying this has been the right call. Do we know exactly what's going to happen? No. Do I think this really hurts Season of Arrivals and how it's going to be viewed? Probably. Season of Arrivals, in my opinion, has been one of the best seasonal drops that Destiny has had so far. We look at the dungeon that they launched. We've looked at Ruinous Effigy and some of the weapons. The Contact public event is fine. We look at Moments of Triumph, how they've redone the raids with farmable loot, and you can farm the exotics. All of that has led to Season of Arrivals really being a big hit. There's a lot of good new weapons. The swords were amazing. The old weapons coming back with new perks, definitely a great call. Some of the armor moving from Eververse, and you see it in the dungeon, is a great call. So all of that being said, I think this is a great season. Unfortunately, now it'll be delayed. We still have Solstice of Heroes, and now we're also going to have the October, the Halloween event happening before we get the next season. So we'll still have some more content. Hopefully they have other little tidbits, because it's going to be a long dry spell, but one that if you play Destiny, if you really enjoy the game, is going to be worthwhile in my opinion. The best times in the game are when these huge DLCs launch, like again Forsaken and Taken King, two of the most amazing DLCs of any game that I've played personally. You look at, they're bringing in one brand new location in Europa. They're bringing back the Cosmodrome, possibly another little small location. Lots of changes, vaulting some of the content. I think we're going to be at the height of Destiny when fall hits, and I'm glad they're taking the time to get it right. Am I disappointed that it got delayed because I was excited about it happening in September? Absolutely. Am I still excited for the future of Destiny and where I see the franchise going? 100%. I hope you are too. If you are, if you aren't, let me know in the comments button down below. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, hearing my thoughts. I'm excited for the future of Destiny. I can't wait to keep playing, and I hope they get it right with Beyond Light, and I would imagine they will. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you later.